You won't believe what's happening in the music world right now. Burna Boy, our African giant, is saying that Diddy owns him. Can you imagine? This is the same Burna who was on top of the world after his Grammy win. Now he feels trapped by the music mogul. How did a collaboration turn into a nightmare? We're about to share everything about how Burna's dream deal with Diddy went wrong. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see the music industry in a whole new light.
Well, what I said is that, isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first. You gotta realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put him past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil, they took that. They got to test every last one of them.
Girl, remember when Burna Boy was on top of the world, Grammy in hand? He was truly the African giant. But the streets are saying things aren't as shiny anymore. Let's rewind a bit and see how Burna went from Nigerian heartthrob to global superstar faster than you can say ye. Born as Domini Ogulu, he started making waves in Nigeria with his unique Afrofusion sound, and before we knew it, he was the talk of the town. His album African Giant had everyone dancing and even earned him his first Grammy nomination. But that was just the beginning. In 2021, Burna snagged that Grammy with Twice as Tall, and we all thought he was living his best life, gracing magazine covers, performing at sold-out shows, and hanging out with the biggest names in the industry. But you know what they say, all that glitters ain't gold.
Let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil. Where you know sell that much baby oil?
Yeah, I don't know any store that sell that much baby oil. I know Costco, they came out and said that they don't even sell baby oil.
My sentiments exactly.
But you personally, right, what do you believe was in the baby oil?
If you ever seen a massage parlor being raided and they walking out the people, do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No, they just walk out the people who are being arrested. If you ever seen a person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil. That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
What's that?
I think it's gamma hydrox. I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it. I know this is just showing everything like that, but oh no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing this. Oh, here it go right here. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is its effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment. It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rub it on her, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss, drowsiness, and that's under the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration.gov.
It sounds like you're diving into some wild theories. So let's break it down. You're questioning how a massage parlor could have so much baby oil, right? Like, if the cops raid a place, they usually take the people, not all the products. You're suggesting that if they took all the baby oil, there must have been something else in it. You mentioned GHB, which is a drug often associated with being used in inappropriate situations. That's a serious claim. It definitely raises eyebrows about what was really going on. It's definitely a topic that needs more investigation. What do you think they were actually doing with all that baby oil? You're digging deep into some serious theories. So, you're saying that GHB, which can cause euphoria and memory loss, might be linked to what's happening behind the scenes. That's a huge claim, especially considering its effects on the body and mind. As rumors started swirling, people began to wonder if Burna Boy was really as happy as he seemed. It was like we were piecing together a mystery with his social media posts. One minute he's celebrating success, and the next, he's expressing feelings of being trapped. It definitely raised questions about what was going on behind those designer shades. Then Diddy entered the picture, and it felt like a perfect match at first. But why would Burna, who is already doing so well, need Diddy's help? It's like hiring a coach when you're already winning gold medals. As time went on, Burna dropped hints about feeling stuck and having creative differences, making it seem like he was losing control over his own music. It's a wild situation, and it's hard not to watch it unfold, like a car crash in slow motion. What do you think is really going on?
You're not even gaming because you won't claim it. No, you want to sit around and pretend to like bitch. That's what y'all do. And then you get these hard Jocelyn?
So I'm just
like
curious.
these are the you like half man. No disrespect, but Jocelyn rough.
Them shoulders is.
And the way she like running up on, I already know she done strapped up on you.
Ooh. So, Jack, let me ask you. There's one, some of the shocking things
I hear
I've
that
heard.
mean with a harness.
Oh. Okay, not a harness.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you this. I'm sure somebody's already asked you this, but have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through like what goes on, like when you were there?
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the TD Jakes at the Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money and sex.
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
That he was recording these?
Of course. He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip hop.
Okay.
Y'all done seen him put on the pyramid with a skirt?
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now.
Yeah.
Is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times I got these is wild.
So do you feel like people, when they hear pink cocaine, Young Miami has to bring across?
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my drug guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it Tusi, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was. So I talked to my drug guy, and my drug guy filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
Drugs with Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Drugs education.
101.
So Tusi is the cocaine, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the coke. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street Special K. It's a veterinary drug. It's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and cocaine. Now, see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of with the blood flow. So you wants to fuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why you have the Viagra to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing your fucking self with the coke. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer, so that relaxes all your muscles. You could get fucked by 80 fucking ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you so you don't feel shit. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah.
You might be wondering just how bad this deal could really be. Well, let me tell you, it's not just bad, it's downright scandalous. What if Burna Boy's contract with Diddy is so twisted that it makes those old-school record deals look like child's play? On paper, it seems like a perfect match. Burna Boy, the African giant, teaming up with Diddy, the bad boy of hip-hop. You'd think it would be all champagne and hit records, right? But girl, the streets are buzzing that there's much more to this story. At first glance, the contract probably looked standard. Diddy's label would handle distribution, marketing, and all that behind-the-scenes stuff, while Burna could focus on making music. Sounds great, right? But honey, there's always fine print. And this fine print gives serious, sell your soul to the devil vibes. Music contracts can be more complicated than trying to decode your ex's mixed signals. We're talking about clauses that cover everything from royalties and advances to merchandising and touring. And let me tell you, some of these clauses can be sneakier than that friend who always forgets her wallet at brunch. What do you think Burna might be dealing with?
I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, I was messing with him. because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got to, I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So,
I know a lot of people love hearing these stories, especially since they're from back in the day. If folks had known there would be platforms like YouTube and social media, a lot of this probably wouldn't have played out the way it did. But things happened, and these stories are just part of the past. I want to share them to clear up some facts about what went down to SO. This story starts in Atlanta when I was with Puff. We were at an exotic bookstore, and he was shopping. It was my first time in one of those places with him, so I was giving him space while he browsed the shelves. They handed him a brown paper bag to put his items in, and I thought, wow, everyone's going to see what he's getting. As I watched him pick out items, I noticed he grabbed quite a few things from one section. When I walked over to see what it was, I couldn't help but laugh. It was a bunch of butt plugs. I started teasing him because, you know, we were friends and part of the same crew. I just had to mess with him a little. It wasn't just a security thing, so I joked, yo, what are you getting those for? When I saw it was butt plugs, he was like, can I shop in peace? I said, yeah, go ahead, brother. So I waited by the counter, and when he got there, he didn't even have to show what he had. He just pulled out a fat stack of cash, like he didn't carry around 20s or 50s, it was all big bills. He just handed it over, and we walked out after that. We had to leave Atlanta and head to North Carolina for a show. It was Puff, a rapper named Sarah, and another girl. We all hopped on a G4 jet to fly there. Now, speaking of sticky contracts, Burna Boy isn't the first artist to get caught in a tough situation. Remember Prince writing "slave" on his face due to his deal with Warner Brothers? Or TLC, who sold millions but were broke because of their contract. This isn't Diddy's first rodeo, if you catch my drift. SO, what's really at stake for Burna? His music, his money, his freedom, maybe all of it. These contracts can tie up an artist's whole career, controlling everything from Burna's sound and image to his collaborations. It's like being in a relationship where your partner decides what you wear, who you hang out with, and what you eat for breakfast, and here's where it gets juicy. Burna dropped a bombshell in a leaked interview, hinting that his contract gives Diddy a cut of everything, his tours, his merchandise, even endorsements. It's like Diddy has his fingers in all of Burna's pies, and Burna is left with just crumbs. What do you think he should do about it?
I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door, and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well, and Puff was like, yo, Gene, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. He was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bro, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
right. Yeah,
that was crazy.
With Diddy's hands in all of Burna's pies, you'd think he'd be living large, right? But what if I told you this deal is about to serve up a feast of chaos? The streets are buzzing with rumors of backstage battles that would put reality TV drama to shame. At first, Burna and Diddy looked like the perfect duo, smiling in Instagram posts, serving friendship goals with pics from the studio, parties, and even yachts. It seemed like the birth of a hip-hop powerhouse. But behind those filters and hashtags, girl, it was a whole different story. Things started heating up faster than a hot pocket in the microwave. We're talking arguments in the studio that would make Simon Cowell look like a pushover. It was creative differences, more like creative warfare. And don't even get me started on the money talks. It was getting uglier than a pair of Crocs at Fashion Week. What do you think Burna should do to get out of this mess?
He should have enough money to
He
check.
put the boots to that girl. She's supposed to be a good bitch. No matter who she with. All the time he putting the groom in her. Of course he thought it was still gonna work. He thinks he's God.
Right.
He ain't doing shit. Raped the f out of that bitch, put the boots to her last time I seen her. Her and her trainer, boyfriend, husband. I don't get no.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people,
Yeah.
blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes is that him? Or is that people
Shout
around
out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She's talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening to Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Some people are saying the whole Wendy Williams documentary that she's pretty much allegedly playing this way to keep herself safe from him, from any unaliving.
It's been working for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
To play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work?
Hey, no. Hey.
The oosh gosh whoosh wash.
Bop.
Orlando's brilliant.
Right.
Yeah,
Y'all spent time with him.
we did.
Yeah.
He's highly intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
No, I can only.
That he does is a character. Actually, the shit he does online is the best acting he does.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course pussy is.
You know? We seen Quiet on set.
Major pain in his ass. Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And then eating milk, running the fuck around, talking about expensive pain in his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Fuck me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy fried.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy fried. He Diddy fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh, somebody that got paid?
Yeah, he said like I was standing
somebody
outside the door.
that got paid.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy-fied. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
Let's talk about the power dynamics here. Diddy has more connections than a switchboard operator and has been in the game longer than some of y'all have been alive. But Burna? He's got that raw talent that makes your grandma want to twerk, plus he carries the whole African market in his back pocket. It's like watching David and Goliath in the music industry. Here's where it gets interesting. People started noticing a shift in Burna's sound. Not in an "oh, he's evolving" way, but more like a "who kidnapped Burna and replaced him with a Diddy clone?" Was this the Diddy effect? Or was our African giant losing his roar? Burna was feeling the heat, like someone trying to drive with a parking brake on, pushing hard but going nowhere fast. You could see it in his eyes during interviews. He looked more stressed than a student during finals week. That's when things really hit the fan. Burna felt like he was losing control faster than a roller coaster without brakes. His music, career, even his image were slipping away like sand through his fingers, while Diddy held on to it all like a kid with the last piece of candy. What started as a dream collaboration turned into a power struggle nightmare. It was like a chess game where Burna suddenly realized he was playing checkers. He was crying out for help, but was anyone listening? The music industry can be colder than your ex's heart, and right now, Burna was definitely feeling that chill. What do you think he needs to do to regain control?
It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America liked that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They're not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he haven't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man then led them probably, allegedly probably led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what was what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that.
Just when you thought Burna was down for the count, he comes out swinging like a heavyweight champ. But Diddy isn't a pushover either. We're talking about a clash of titans that could reshape the music biz as we know it. Who's going to come out on top in this battle royale? Girl, let me tell you, Burna Boy isn't just sitting pretty and crying. Our African giant is fighting back, and it's getting real messy. He's dropping hints in interviews like breadcrumbs for us to follow, and his music? It's like a coded message straight out of spy school. One minute he's singing about love, and the next he's throwing shade darker than your ex's soul. Diddy's camp isn't staying quiet either. They're spinning this story faster than your head after too many tequila shots. It's like a game of he said, she said, and we're all trying to keep up. Diddy's people are painting Burna as ungrateful, while Burna's team is shouting, "Free Burna," louder than fans at a concert. Now the lawyers are getting involved, and it's turning into a real David versus Goliath situation. Burna's got his legal team working overtime, probably fueled by nothing but Red Bull and righteous anger, while Diddy's lawyers are lounging in their fancy offices, thinking they've got this in the bag. But remember, David did take down Goliath. So don't count our African giant out just yet. What do you think Burna's next move should be?
He may be one of the persons got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell an individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still gonna have you on tape. Those tapes is the one who's killing, because people don't understand this. Little Rod, he's taping for Diddy in some occasions. When he wrote his indictment up, when he wrote his when his lawyer wrote up his briefs and submitted it, he must have had he must have been a prosecutor somewhere or something like that, because he wrote it up like it was an indictment. You understand? Saying all the stuff that had happened. Then people don't understand this. After he wrote it up and he had the tapes and everything, they sent that to the feds. The feds opened up a case on that. Everybody think it's happened. Oh, the feds looked at Cassie getting beaten, and then they just opened up a case. Nah. I think it was more so Lil Rob and them sending the feds that information. They put in a civil suit, then sent the other stuff over to the feds, and it read like an indictment. So they had to look at it because they see some crimes that was committed in that. And lo and behold, they do a raid on the house. So, to get back to your question, all the footage and everything that they have is going to either help them get some more people or get enough people just to hang Diddy.
The fans are going wild, girl. It's like the music industry's version of Team Edward versus Team Jacob, but with more bass and fewer sparkly vampires. Some fans are ride or die for Burna, claiming Diddy is trying to dim our boy's shine, while others are Team Diddy, saying Burna is just being dramatic. And then there's the rest of us, sitting here with our popcorn, watching it all unfold. But it's not just the fans picking sides. Other artists are starting to speak up, too. Some are standing with Burna, sharing their own stories of shady deals and lost control, while others are keeping quiet, probably scared they'll be next on the chopping block if they open their mouths. It's like high school all over again, but with way more money and better outfits. So what's at stake here? It's more than just hurt feelings and bruised egos. We're talking about a reputation that took years to build. Burna could come out of this looking like a rebel hero or a difficult diva, and Diddy's whole music mogul image could take a hit if things don't go his way. Oh, and let's not forget about the money. There's probably enough cash involved to fund a small country, but here's the real tea. Burna's fight isn't just about him anymore. It's shining a light on some seriously shady practices in the music biz. It's got people asking the questions they should have been asking years ago. Why do these contracts look like they were written by the devil himself? And why are artists still getting the short end of the stick in 2023? What do you think will come of all this?
And I say that, women do have a...
That country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give it
no trap credit. Music with goddamn a holster and a hat.
But she remade Jolene.
That bitch. I'm gonna tell you the song she should have remade. It's a hit. It would have done great for her. She should have tried it on. Tammy Wynette. Classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene nice, but it has a ring to it. Stand by your man, yeah. Whoops and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who was
this.
actually carrying his baby while you was spanking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you and put it in everybody else?
Girl, this Burna Boy and Diddy drama is like a soap opera that just won't quit. Every time you think it's over, bam, another plot twist. And you know what? This whole mess is making us look at those fancy music deals with a side eye. Maybe all that glitter in the industry ain't gold after all. So what's going to happen next? Is our African giant going to break those chains? Or is Diddy going to keep him locked down tighter than your jeans after Thanksgiving dinner? The streets are buzzing, but nobody really knows for sure. One thing's clear, though, this tea is far from cold.
So what do you think?
Is Burna's roar going to come back stronger? Or is Diddy's empire too big to crack?